Hello everyone, this is Review. Christmas blowout. Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, good evening, welcome. This is the unnamed drink series where I sit here and review various beverages which aren't energy drinks explicitly. And this is the Christmas blowout review. And welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. And I hope your holiday is going well so far. So, let's get into things. Today's review is for a Starbucks beverage. Now, the other day I was browsing around, I was looking around, and I was thinking, I want to do a holiday-themed Christmas blowout review. And I was trying to think to myself, well, what is there to review exactly? I mean, we have these Taco Bell items out, but there's nothing really holiday-themed about that. There's some donut from Krispy Kreme out there, but that's not really holiday-themed either. Well, Starbucks. Look no further than Starbucks because they have a plethora of holiday-themed drinks out. So I picked one, and that's going to be what today's review is all for. Today's review, as a result, is for the Peppermint Mocha Latte. That's what it's called, the Peppermint Mocha. And, wow. It sounds good, actually. I'm not going to lie. Sounds good. It comes in the, right here, comes in the holiday themed cup, I guess you can say. I know there was a big controversy about these cups for some reason. And then everyone loves the cups. I mean, to me, and no offense, if you're a real big Starbucks enthusiast, no offense, but I don't understand what the hype is about a paper cup. But if I could be enlightened, I'll gladly be informed. So anyway, this comes with one shot of espresso, and it's supposed to be a nice chocolatey peppermint flavor, I would presume. This is hot for the season. It's a tall. What I want to do is just show you at least what it looks like. I mean, I know it may not have all that much to it, but I think it's worth it to pour it out for you, at least into this fine receptacle. Have a bit in the cup here too. And there you go. It's certainly a chocolatey brown in color. And there it is for you, right there. And I think nothing more needs to be said. Again, it has a very nice chocolatey peppermint scent to it. Let's quit the yapping, because I certainly have done a lot of it, and let's get to the reviewing. So, it's the Peppermint Mocha from Starbucks going in. Always feels so weird to be drinking a hot beverage from one of these glasses. I'm so used to drinking, this nice, cool, carbonated energy drink from a glass like this, and here I am drinking a hot coffee type drink. Funny. One more sip. It's pretty good. Now, it's not the most complicated drink in the world, because a lot of these Starbucks drinks are really quite complicated. It comes in, layers, and it has a drizzle here, and etc., etc. The good thing about this is that it's really to the point. When you take a sip of this drink, number one, you're going to notice in terms of texture, it's a bit watery. It doesn't really have a bit of any sort of consistency to it. Keep that in mind. So it's a watery drink, but not in a bad way, because it is still very flavorful. If it's watery and just lackluster in terms of flavor, then you have yourself a problem. But this beverage here is watery, but at the same time, it is a very flavorful one too. What you really taste immediately is just a real cooling blast of peppermint. Very strong, very noticeable, very obvious. That's what you taste first and foremost. Secondly, almost immediately following this blast of peppermint, now you get this chocolatey sweetness that accompanies it. The two flavors mix together and mingle very nicely. They blend together very nicely. But I would say, as a lasting aftertaste, the peppermint is most definitely the flavor that prevails in terms of the long run. That chocolatey sweetness is very nice. It's a very pleasant accompaniment here. But the peppermint is by far the strongest flavor of this drink, and it leaves a very noticeable aftertaste for an extended period of time. It's a good dessert drink. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but if you've ever had some of those peppermint candies from the company Andes, it's called. You ever try any of those? Very, very similar to that in terms of flavor. That just struck me. I just realized that, but it's very similar to that. So if you ever had one of those, it's a perfect little analogy and example to use to really compare it to that, because it tastes nearly identical to it in that regard. Christmas blowout. Now, to continue onward, I think we've covered almost all aspects of it. As I said, it's not a real, complicated drink or anything in that regard. Really, it has these two prevailing flavors here. It's watery, has that sweetness, but it really has that cool and peppermint flavor as well. It's a good dessert drink, a good drink for dessert. After you're having your gigantic, humongous Christmas feast, you down the whole turkey or goose or Chinese takeout or whatever you eat for Christmas. Uh, Nice to chase it down with some good old peppermint mocha from Starbucks. Now, price-wise, because it is a good drink, but is it worth it? That's a big question, and that's an important question. Well, this drink was worth $4.25, and it's just a tall, just the smallest one. I always find it amusing that they call the smallest one a tall drink. When you think of tall, you'd expect the drink to be as tall as this thing right there, but no, it's small. It is a bit expensive, but it's Starbucks price, you come to accept it, so that's fine. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, out of 10, what are we going to be giving the peppermint mocha from Starbucks? Out of 10, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to give this drink, I'm going to have to give it an 8.2 out of 10. That's an 8.2 out of 10. For what it's worth, it's a pretty good drink, and if you're ever in the mood for it, you don't have to really be in the mood for it, but if you are in the mood for it, I recommend it. Worth giving it a go, so why not, right? That being said, ladies and gentlemen, that effectively wraps up this review. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, a Happy New Year, and of course I'll be making videos before the New Year, so I wish you a New Year again, I'm sure, when the time comes. And until then, thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I got for you. Christmas blowout. That was ceremonial in nature.